Hello guys, it's Monday, the 24th of July 2017, and it's a Monday, so therefore it's bum time, and it's time for John to flash his bum. No, it's okay, I'm not going to flash my bum, but I am going to have a look and show you what I've been doing, and the usual bum things I do on a Monday. So excuse the squeakiness, because I know it's kind of squeaks sometimes when I move the camera, but there we go, we're onto the table now. See, simple as that. Well, I'm working on the Joe Group build, and what I've been up to, I've repainted one of the T-34, if you remember this one. It used to be in the winter camouflage. I've repainted that, found some Russian decals, transfer stickers. He's fallen off. And re-weathered it and everything else. So this one is ready, and the chap is after falling down the top. He just has to be stuck back in. I popped him off to do the painting, obviously enough. So that's that. That's the one of the T-34s I'm using in the dia. I'm using two. I'm going for the two T-34s. The other one I've still working on. I've the turret done. Well, not finished. I still have a few little bits and pieces to go onto the turret, a little bit of sanding and filling and stuff for that. But I have the turret mainly assembled. There's the suspension parts for that. Like I said, they're already pre-molded on. Now, if I had sort of researched properly and decided, you know, what I was going to do before I got the kit, I probably wouldn't have got this kit. But I'm glad I did anyway, because it gives me a bit of experience in doing what I want to do to it next. I'm not going to show you the board because it's up there. It's I've taken it down a couple of times. If you remember, I've started doing the path. I have the footpath done, and I've started going in then to doing the brickwork, and I was using the brick sections here, like that. That's only just one little one now. They come in bigger ones and things like that. And I was going to build up the walls and, you know, have them destroyed, and the tanks going through the walls and figures dispersed around. I did the footpath, and then I started working on the walls, and it just wouldn't work the way I wanted it to. Yeah, the walls fitted together perfectly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, but I wasn't happy with it. So then I've decided to go down a different route with walls. I'm going to use foam board. Now, if you've watched any of my earlier videos, I have used foam board in buildings before. So I'm going to build the main excuse me, kind of street section with the buildings in the foam board, and use the brick sections and things as rubble around, because there's quite a large area where I'm kind of bursting through with two tanks. This one will be on the flat, so I didn't really have to worry too much about the suspension on this one, whether it's up or down or anything like that, because it'll be on the flat. Whereas this one I want to kind of going up and over something. So I'm going to have to sort of slice in here and, you know, re-glue them, or figure out some way. You know what I mean? They won't be seen anyway, because once you put the wheels on, you can't really see the mountings for them. So I just wanted to be able to articulate it. That's the word I was looking for. That it's up and over something. So I'll be cutting into these, and that's why I haven't gone any further with that. I'm waiting to get the dial in place, and then I can decide how much up and down I want the tracks on that. If you remember from the unboxing of this, the little machine gun here at the front was broken. So what I did was I used the tip of a here we are, the tip of the Revell Contact Professional, and I just nicked a bit of the top off that. I used a little Dremel with the cutting disc and zip, cut off a little section of that. Won't be missed. Popped off the other one, drilled it out, and I'm after sticking it in there. So now it's got a machine gun with a little hole in the end of it. If that will show, hopefully it will. There we go. You can see it. See, it's got a little machine gun drilled out. So that's the that's all I've really done with that kit. Then we had the figures. The figure set I was using for this is this one, which is the Red Army Infantry 1940, 1942, another Zvezda kit. The last time I showed them, they were all in black, so I started painting them. I've given them their flesh tones, and I've 4 more to go for painting, and I have painted a few of them. Now if we get in here, if that would cooperate with me and zoom in properly, we can get to see that they're actually quite nice. So these, I've 3 of them unweathered, and I've 1 fully weathered, because the way I did was I said I'd do 1 first, and just to say checking the colours and things, and this is the chap I did first, and I painted him, and then I used my Agrax Earth shade, and I give him a highlighting with a dry brush and stuff like that of the colours, just to see, you know, am I happy with how they'll turn out, rather than getting stuck in and doing them all and then going, I'm not happy with the colours. So I did a test one, and this is the chap that came out. Now this is the fella, he's all weathered and everything else, and I am chuffed to bits with him. He's really nice. They're really nice figures once you paint them up and stuff. So I'm happy with them, and the progress on them is give that a few seconds. There we go. I'm happy with how they came out. So there'll be the figures. There's 8 figures in that set, like I said. It does come with a lovely little Maxim machine gun and everything. That's nicely painted and weathered and everything else. The only thing is, it doesn't come with a figure for the Maxim, so it's just a kind of a spare thing. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Whether to just have it lying in the rubble, as you know, just upturned and whatever. I don't know whether I'll use it or not yet. I haven't fully decided. There's me instructions for the 2. You see, I've all that done, marked off. And there's the T34 76 all ready to go, and the selection of paints which I've used. I'm using a mixture of Tamiya paints and Citadels. That's my Keslev Flesh. I love the names in these Citadel paints. They're mental, aren't they? That's just a base colour, a Steel Legion Drab. So they're the colours I've been using, and I'm using the cheap pound shop paintbrushes. They come in a sort of a makeup set. Got a couple of sets of them, and they're working perfect. They're working quite good indeed. So that's really it for the Joe build. I've you know, it looks like as I've very little done, but I've actually got quite a lot done on it. I didn't get much else done this week because you know, with the weather, I had a bit of a flood in the kitchen. It was just a blocked drain. I think I blocked it, and I hadn't noticed it being blocked. So overnight, when it with some really heavy rain, and the water kind of decided to come into my kitchen, so that all had to be cleaned out and everything else. And then we had a couple of nice days, so I spent the nice days off with I've my little daughter Abby, and I had fun with her over the nice couple of days. And she also got this sort of build your own house, little doll's house type thing. It was cardboard, and we were making furniture from that out of bits of cardboard and everything else. So I didn't get very much time at the bench during the day, and it was just in the evenings. And then when the evening came along, I wasn't really that pushed in getting stuff done. You know yourself. I wouldn't call it a mojo slump. I just got just better things to be doing. So that's really the update on the modelling side of things. I do have 2 shout outs I want to give. One to Thomas Models. Now these are new channels, and they've subscribed to me, and I've looked at their stuff, and you know, they need a boost from us. You know, come on lads, just check these guys out, subscribe to them and give them a look. I've 2 to mention. There's Thomas Models. I will be putting links to these channels in the description box below, so do check them out. Just click the link and it'll bring you straight to the channel. Have a look at these guys. Right, one is Thomas Models and the other is Plastic Muddler. Now it's spelled Muddler, Plastic Muddler, and he's a chap from the north of Ireland, so he's another Irish chap. So we you know, give him an old plug and check him out. He's got a couple of videos up, but you know, let's subscribe and sort of build up his old subscribers list. And as I found from my own channel, as your subscriber list starts to grow and you start getting more subscribers, you start to get a little bit of confidence in what you're doing. And some lovely comments I've got over the last year or two from people have really kind of boosted my confidence and given you that little bit more that you actually improve. You do. Your stuff really does improve because you're willing to take chances and try different things out rather than just sticking to the instructions. So that's those 2 lads, Thomas Models and Plastic Muddler. Like I said, the descriptions will be below in the description box. So that's really about it. That's all I have. Nothing much this week. Oh yes, B.U.M chocolate. This week's B.U.M chocolate. Everybody's been waiting. I think that's what some people just watch this Monday B.U.M for, is what chocolate John's going to come up with. This chocolate this week is Cadbury's Dairy Milk, Fruit and Nut. Now I know there's people out there going, everyone's a fruit and nut. Shut up, John. Anyway, Cadbury's Fruit and Nut, one of my favourite bars, and I do like that with a nice cuppa. So that's me B.U.M chocolate for the week. That's about it, lads. Stay tuned for further updates on both the Joe 34 group build and anything else I might meddle into during the week and stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget, leave a comment in the box below. Okay lads, we'll leave it at that. Don't forget, go and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it. This is John signing off and saying, enjoy yourself lads. That's the main thing. Enjoy yourself. It's a good hobby.